Recording. So welcome to Tejano Virtual Events. We have a great presentation for you today. Today we're going to be having faculty and a student representative here to tell you more about the Association of Women in the Community College. And for attending today's presentation, you are going to have the opportunity to earn Tejano Passport points, which will allow you to earn a medallion towards when you graduate. So during the workshop, you're going to see that I'm going to place a code in the chat box, and you'll be able to log in with that code so that you can get points for attending today. So please get comfortable, mute your mics, and if you have any questions, there is a little hand at the bottom you can raise, or you can go into our chat box and put a question. So go ahead and start whenever you're ready, Ms. Ramirez.
Thank you so much, Kristen. I'll share my video so people can see there's someone here on my end. Hi, everyone. My name is Suzanne Ramirez, and I am part of the board of the Association of Women in Community College. And if we could just have, I've got a few co-presenters with me, if they would like to introduce themselves. Ms. Vanessa Camacho and Mireille, and I don't think Margie's here right now.
Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa Camacho and I teach U.S. History at the Trans Mountain campus, and I've been part of the AWCC for quite a while, and it's a great organization, so I hope and I know you'll see something that you'll like and you'll want to join up with us.
Awesome, thank you, Professor Camacho. Mireille, would you like to say hi?
Hi everyone, my name is Mireli. I'm a student from EPCC. I was the recipient for last year's AWCC scholarship, so hi.
Awesome, thank you, Mireli. Again, my name is Suzanne Ramirez. I teach government here at Misión del Paso campus at EPCC, and I had the pleasure of serving as the AWCC president this year. And so we have a nice lineup for you all, for those of you who are here and interested in learning more about what we do and who the AWCC is, and also about our service and our scholarship. So we will get through all of that. We've been around. The Association of Women in Community College, also known as the AWCC, has been around for some time. We are open to all faculty and all students and staff, and including members of the community. So we have several members. We consist of women and men who come together to network, share talents with the community, and help EPCC students pursue their education. And the biggest way we help with that, or support with students and their education, is we fundraise for scholarships. In fact, we just had our biggest annual fundraiser, or our biggest fundraiser of the year last year. It's our annual fundraiser in which all the proceeds that we raise go toward money for scholarships. We did a murder mystery themed party, and we have memberships. So students, faculty, and staff who join all pay a membership fee, and all of those fees go toward our scholarships. Last year, we gave away 6 $750 scholarships to our students, and Mireli, as she just said, was one of those recipients. So we'll get to the scholarship in a little bit. The other thing that you'll hear about today is the rest of our activities. We engage in community service, and Professor Camacho is going to talk about our specific project that we are working on this year in terms of our community service. And we also have other events come up. We are also social. We try to have a good time, and all our students, all our members are always welcome to our fundraisers and events. I'll go over a couple of photos so you all can have some visuals. These were our students who won the award in the last few years. So these go back a little bit of time mixed in. You'll see board members there with students. The 1309 is the part of the EPCC's culinary school located at the ASC on Viscount, and so that's where we have hosted the award ceremony in recent years, and that's where we recognize our scholarship award winners. This slide is the winners from last year. Their names are Claudia Barron. So going from, if you look from on your screen from left to right, we have Claudia Barron, Solana Thompson, Jacqueline Silva, Denise Munoz, Adriana Daly, and Mireli Barajas. So these were all winners of our scholarship last year. They all went through the application process. Well, first they joined as student members, and then they all went through the application process. Okay, and our application is now open. So we'll talk a little bit more about the scholarship, and you're also going to hear from Mireli, possibly Solana if she was able to make it today. You all will hear direct from our awardees, but I'm thinking it might be a nice idea, and Vanessa, I'm thinking it's a nice idea to just continue on with sort of our overview, and then we'll come back and dig into the scholarship a little more, as well as hear from our students. How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay.
All right, so I just want to talk a little bit more about the kind of events that we have as part of our organization. We want to build supportive networks, not only between the faculty members and staff members, but also between faculty and staff and students. And so we've done a variety of different events in the, over the years, including that murder mystery party, which Professor Medias just mentioned. And we also have a book club, which is what I'm particularly interested in, since I'm the chair of the book club. And every month we read a different book, and we meet either in person or on Teams, and it's a wonderful discussion about the book. But you can also, if you don't read the book, you can go, and we usually talk about it's a great way just to talk about what issues or questions the book raises, our own experiences. But also it's just nice to see people that maybe you don't ordinarily have a chance to see, or meet people from different campuses, and just spend time together. So that's one of my favorite things about the book club. And we're also doing some crafts every other month, every couple of months or so. We'll do a craft-oriented book club session. So, Professor Amidas, if you could skip to the next one.
Sorry.
I think I can do it, actually. I'm sorry. Oh, now we went too far. There we go. So I just realized, oh wait, I can work this. So
yes, you're a moderator.
Another important aspect of the AWCC is serving the community, and we take our community service projects very seriously. This year we've been focusing on Via Maria, and I actually wanted to put the website in the chat if you're interested in learning more about this organization. I don't know if let's see, am I skilled enough to do that right now? I think I am. There we go. So this is a shelter, transitional living space for women who are trying to get on their feet after a serious challenge. And we collected items for them, items that they're always, in need of, and also some special items to serve as Christmas gifts as well. And we're also holding workshops every month or so on different topics. We've done one on interview and professional writing tips, and we just did one in February, earlier this week, and it was about creative writing. So how this relates to all of you, community service is a really wonderful way to feel like you are contributing and you're seeing the results. And in times of change and crisis, and when it feels very overwhelming, community service can really help ground yourself in your community. And it's, a great feeling to feel connected. So if you're feeling kind of disconnected, or you're feeling stressed about what's happening in the world, then as part of the AWCC, supporting us in our service project would help, I think would really go a long way. Local change begins locally, and so this is a way that you can be a part of that change here in El Paso. But also, when you're applying for scholarships like the one that the AWCC offers, or other scholarships, or you're building up your resume, community service is something you can add to that resume to show, again, you're aware of the community, you're contributing to it, and any kind of leadership roles you might take as part of that community service project or community service, experience. So again, this is just to encourage you to again get involved, and this is one way that we like to get involved with our community. So. And this is the board, and to put our names here, you can really contact anyone here, and through the EPCC email, if you just type in our names, then our contact information, our email address should pop up. I'll put my email in the chat as well. So if you have a question, or you're interested in joining, or you just want to talk to someone who's a part of the organization, or you said, I heard you at the Tejano virtual event, then feel free to reach out. But really, everyone on the board, no matter who you contact, would be a great person to get a hold of. So don't hesitate to take that next step. It can feel a little intimidating maybe, especially if you don't know us, but we're very enthusiastic about this organization and very enthusiastic about again supporting you all in whatever way we can. So I think, Professor Ramirez, I think that's my slides. If you're ready to transition back to the scholarships.
Sure. Thank you, Professor Camacho. And I loved all those connections between community service, because it's really true. It's really it's beneficial for you and others, and experience as well. So thank you for sharing all of that. Okay, so let's see. I saw something happen in the chat. Okay, so we've got some websites. I'll also put my contact information. Thank you, Professor Camacho. Let me go back to, we'll hop back over to the scholarship, and I'll start just back here because this is the most recent information for our 2026 scholarship, which is now open. It opened a few days ago. It opened at the end of January, and the deadline is March 27th. You'll notice there the award is for $750. Last year, we awarded 6. That's not a guarantee. It's just a matter of our fundraising over the year, but that gives you an estimate of what we would likely award for this year. And out of that $750, students can choose where do they want to apply it. Do you want to apply it to summer, to fall semester, or spring semester? So you can make that decision depending on when you're graduating or what might be the best semester that you can apply it to. For eligibility, you must be a current EPCC student and an AWCC student member, and we'll go over that in a second as to how to join. As I know the website's there, but I believe it's in the chat. So I believe okay, so I connected you all with a link in the chat. Let me share my screen. If I can figure out how to do that. Share content. Okay. So the link that I just placed in the chat is the link that will take you to the general AWCC page. Please correct me if I'm wrong or if that's not the correct link that I put. And on this page, you can learn more about the Association of Women in Community College. It gives a little more info. Most of, you've already heard a good bit of it today. This gives our membership dues, which are $25 for faculty, staff, and community members, and $10 for students. If a student would have trouble, say, paying that $10, as Professor Camacho said, you can reach out to any one of us, and definitely to either one of us. And we have helped students in the past when, if that $10 is a barrier to join. And this is how you can, one, join the AWCC. So you would click there. It would take you to the storefront where you would fill out your information, pay the $10, and that's how you would join and become a student member. And again, to be eligible for the scholarship, you have to be both an EPCC student and an AWCC student member. And then this is where you would go to apply for the scholarship. So you would click here. It reminds of the deadlines. And then here is the big component of the application is the essay. So you would have to, as part of your application, you would craft a 400 to 500 word essay, which where you will align or you will explain how your current work or future career plans aligns with AWCC's major goals, which are to serve the local community and advance professional opportunities for women. And again, we are open to male students. So if you're able to align your scholarship to serving the local community, advancing professional opportunities for students, those are the things that you want to make sure that you are incorporating into your essay. And let's see, of course, any essays with plagiarized or AI generated material is a no-go, as you all already know. So make sure that you write your own ideas, your words, and your voice. And I can tell you, and Mireli will speak about her experiences, the students whose essays typically really stand out are the ones who really tell their story, who really talk about their goals, and who are really aligning those goals with the mission of AWCC. And so that's what we really want to see in your essays. Down here is a reminder of the requirements. When students win the award, they are also required to attend the award ceremony, which last year we held it in July, and this year we expect that we would hold it in June. So it would take place after the academic year, typically at the beginning of the summer. And then we ask for students to consent to sharing their name. As you all saw, we share our scholarship winners, and we are proud of our scholarship winners, and so they become part of our materials and part of what we like to have out there in terms of spreading the word about AWCC and the opportunities that exist for students. And then Margie, Professor Margaret Nelson Rodriguez, she is the main scholarship contact. She's the one who oversees all of our scholarship work. So for specific questions about scholarships, she's probably your best contact. But again, we're all happy to help you get to the right place. And then here is where, when you click on this, it actually takes you to the actual application where you would fill out all of this information that is requested, and then you would here add your essay. And that is the entire application right there. So you can access it all through that link in the chat. And I'm going to stop sharing and go back to the presentation. And then Kristen, could you please help? There we go. Thank you. We'll go back to our scholarship award winners. And this is where I would like to invite Mireli and if Solana's here to come forward and talk about their experience and how the scholarship has supported them on their educational journey. Mireli, would you like to go first?
Yes. All right, let me share video. If it works. Okay, I got it. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Mireli Barajas. As you can see, I'm one of the past recipients for the scholarship of AWCC. So I will tell you like a little bit about myself before the scholarship, because it was like really important for me to like tell you guys that even though you don't think that you're gonna get the scholarship, like pretty much you might end up getting it. I was one of those students that didn't think I was gonna get a scholarship because I thought my writing was like very bad or something like that. Basically, I wasn't like that confident in myself. But somebody from the writing center, which I don't know if you guys like talked about it like earlier, but they are a huge help to like improve your writing. So I was there for much of my time, and then one of my tutors there, her name was Cassie. She encouraged me to provide. Uh, well, she encouraged me to take on the scholarship, which I didn't think I was going to receive until I actually applied for it. And well, what do you know? Okay, but as I was writing, I wanted to like I wanted to stand out, and it wasn't like required for me to put um like my disclosure of mental health, which I encourage you to do because not many like someone with my mental health precisely does something like this, because like I usually doubt myself, and it's part of my condition, which I could just tell briefly just that. Anyways, um, so as I was writing, I was actually crying while I was writing this, and my tutor was like, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay," and she said, "You know what? I'm gonna help you." Not like she didn't write any of the ideas or like my voice or anything. I came up with it myself. She just like basically drew it out of me because like I was like shy and everything. Okay. Anyways, so as I was doing that, I submitted it, and then I also applied to be, well, before the scholarship, I also applied to be a member, and I actually went and attend to one of the events for the membership of AWCC, and I was like surprised. I didn't even think there was gonna be a book club, which I happen to be a book lover. And so once I attended one of the events, I thought like, hey, maybe this will be a great opportunity for me to get more into the community besides what I wrote for the scholarship. And that kind of like boosts my confidence, like to get out more and be like a better student with being involved in their community. Um, I remember that we went to this for the membership, this Mediterranean food joint. I can't remember what it was called, um, but the food there was really good. And I also got to talk and meet with the board members. I remember Margie Suzani. Correct me if I'm wrong, like if I pronounce your name right. Okay. We'll talk about it later. Anyways.
No worry, Mireli. Go ahead.
Okay. So I was talking to them, and then I learned that they were actually, some of them were actually professors, and I was like, wait, what? And yeah, that was like a really big deal to me, because like I thought, well, I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. But anyways, they told me like more about me, and I talked about them. And then after that day, and a couple of days later, when I got a notification on my birthday, which happened to be my birthday, I received a notification. Okay, I received a notification regarding the scholarship, and I was like, no, wait, no, it can't be that. And I was like looking at my phone, and then I scrolled down, and then I saw AWCC scholarship of 24 to 25 recipient. Congratulations, you received this scholarship. And I was like, wait, what? And I was like, no, this can't be it. And so I kept scrolling and scrolling, and it said that uh that my essay like stood out, and I was like, wait, really? No, this is not me. The emotional crisis in a little bit. But yeah, so I basically broke down crying again. Oh my gosh, I'm so emotional. Anyways, um, so I was literally uh at Olive Garden when I heard about this, and I was celebrating my birthday at the same time, so it was more the merrier. And uh, my birthday happened to be on the child's celebration of I think it was April 30th, which happens to be a holiday, I think for Mexico. I can't remember where it was, but I think it was something to do with like happy children. But on that day, why am I bringing that up? I felt happy as a child, like uh, being given something that I have earned. And when I went and talked to my tutor, she was like very proud of me, and she said, "You know what? You're going to the to the ceremony." And so I did. And then I went to where, as you can see in the picture, the 1309 cap. Is it a restaurant? Yeah. Okay. Restaurant at the ASC, which is like where it's at. Um, it's within like EPCC, but you have to find it. But anyways, so I went there, and then I saw like the other recipients, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And then we were like, I was talking among them, did I say that right? Yeah, among them, and they were like, it's super excited, and we were eating and everything. Like the food was delicious, by the way. Thank you for the chefs that made that food at the time, and then the presentation started with the ceremony, and then everybody got up and did their part for their speech, and yeah, like it was a blast. And I again thank you for the AWCC member boards for inviting me to present my experience and how uh, a little bit about my experience and how I was with it regarding this presentation right now and at the presentation at the time. So thank you very much. And that's all I have to say for now because I cannot think of anything without grabbing on.
That's perfect. Thank you, Mireli, so much. Thank you for sharing your experience and a little how, you also shared personally how it was for you. And so I think I hopefully the students hearing appreciate that, and we appreciate you sharing and sharing also, your experience with the application and even the award ceremony and getting to meet the other awardees. So no, we really appreciate you being here, and thank you. At this time, I'd like to open it up to any students. Well, actually, let me just make sure. Is Solana here? I don't see her on the list, so she just pop up Solana if you are there, or come up and say hi. I don't believe she is. So at this time, I'd like to invite any students present who might have questions about the scholarship or about AWCC in general, or about community service, book club, anything, or questions for Mireli as well.
So this is Kristen. I have a question. So for the AWCC, it's not just women that can join; men can join as well. Is that correct?
That's correct. We're open to everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, good question. Thank you. Don't let the name fool you. We are open, and we do have some male members as well. And again, we're open to all faculty and staff, members of the community, and students. So there are also members of the community who join.
And I just wanted to add, yeah, so to join with a friend, and to know that all of the money that is collected goes towards the scholarships. None of the money, membership, or for anything that's raised goes to anything else. It's all for the scholarship. So, kind of the board's challenge every year to raise as much as we raised the year before and then more. So it's going, to a really wonderful, wonderful students.
Here, yes. Yes, thank you, Professor Camacho. Thank you for that question, Kristen. Is there any, are there any other questions?
This is Tony. I've got a question.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm a current member of AWCC, and my question is there a specific time for renewal of memberships? Is there a way of finding out if we're currently members, or when the expiration, the membership expires, so that we have to renew? Because I mean, some of us we need a reminder, I guess, periodically that membership has expired and we need to renew for the new year. When does that happen?
Sure. So members can renew every year at any point. Typically, we remind people at the beginning of the academic year. We remind all our members your membership fees are due, and you'll know you're a member if you're getting the Teams notifications. We have a Microsoft Teams page for AWCC. And so if you are a member, then you're added to that Teams, and you get any of the updates, upcoming events or fundraisers or anything related to AWCC in the news, we'll put it there. And then once when the academic year starts, we remind members to join. If the members don't join, then they might not have access to the Teams anymore, but then once they rejoin, they're on the team. So one way to know for sure is if you're getting the Teams notifications. And also we send memos to our members. So when you join, you receive a memo that welcomes you, and that's really for the entire academic year, but members renew, that membership is good for the year. And so then members would renew to stay on as members. Does that make sense? Or hopefully I explained that okay.
And I added this slide. Depending on which campus you are, you can contact the individual listed. And then, so you should be getting, you should have gotten a reminder from that person. But if not, or if you need help figuring out how to renew, or if it's time for you to renew, you can also reach out to one of those individuals. And you can also reach out to Fan Chen, because she's our membership person. So she's another good contact that keeps up with everything.
Awesome. Thank you, Vanessa. Did that answer your question, Mr. Rodarte?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, hopefully that's helpful. Yes. And again, please feel free to reach out for any question. We're happy to help. Any other questions? I know some of my students are here, so you're getting also a student success hour, right, by being here. So that's good. And you also get the Tejano passport credit. That's great. And there's the link for that, so make sure you fill that out. It's in the chat. Well, I don't see that anyone else has any questions. But if you do, again, you can always feel free to reach out in the chat. Professor Camacho and I both left our emails. If you're not sure where to reach out, there's also the AWCC link to get to the webpage where you can join. And as Professor Camacho said, join with a friend. And you can also, access for the students interested in the scholarship. You can also join and then directly apply for the scholarship through the link. But we would love to have you all as members. Again, we do many things. So we fundraise, we engage with the community, and we network and support each other. And so our students become a part of that. And we really look forward to, we really enjoy having our student members join us for events. And so for any questions that you all have, if a question comes up later, we're happy to help get you to the right place. And Professor Camacho, do you have any last thing you would like to add?
No, just, I know again it can be a little intimidating. You're thinking of, cold emailing someone, but that's why we're here, is to guide you in the right direction and to help you out whenever possible. So don't hesitate to reach out. And again, also remember that if the $10 membership fee for students is something that is not within reach for you, that's another reason to reach out and let us know. And we have ways to help you get past that challenge so that you can apply for the scholarship, because that's what you never know, right? Just like Mireli says, I don't think I'm going to win, but there you go, you never know. And it's just a good experience overall. So thank you so much for your time, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you all so much for presenting, to Ms. Ramirez, Ms. Camacho, and to Morelli for sharing her experiences. We appreciate you all being here with us today. And I hope all of you all can join us next week. We are going to be having another Tejano virtual event on the distance learning. And as she mentioned, I did put in the chat where you can get some Tejano passport points for attending today's session, as well as the sessions coming up every Friday. You can get that by clicking on that link and filling in your information. So please join us here each week, and hopefully you'll be able to get more points towards a medallion. And so I hope you all have a great weekend, and thank you all for joining us. Take care.